Hello and a happy new year to you. Thank you so much for watching my channel. If you have been sticking with me since I started this journey, I want to thank you very much. And I want to just let you know that I'm very happy that you have chosen to continue watching. I'm seeing that we're getting a lot more views and that we're getting more subscribers. So I'm really excited about what's to come. And I really hope that you are telling your friends about this wonderful, awesome channel for Black womenpreneurs. So this being the first day of the new year, I wanted to get away from talking about New Year's resolutions, but how could I do that when everybody's talking about New Year's resolutions at the beginning of the year? So here we go. Today we're talking about New Year's resolutions versus lifestyle resolutions. So first I want to take a really close look at what the new year actually is. And I warn you, I'm about to get really technical and maybe even a little petty. You know what? I should actually start with a question. How long is the new year actually new? Because in my technical explanation, the new year is new today. But as of tomorrow, it's no longer a new year because we've been in it for some time, approximately 24 hours, right? So technically, the new year lasts about a day. Now, this could be why so many resolutions fail, because on a subconscious level, we're planning for just one day when we want to create change in our lives for the entire year and beyond. Now, are you sure that you want to resolve something for just one day? Or are you looking for a complete lifestyle change? And this is what we're talking about today. So if you really do just want to make a change for one day, then congratulations to you. The day is over. You don't even need to watch the rest of this video. But my guess is that you want to make the change of a lifetime. And so I encourage you to keep watching because I got some tips to share. True transformation does not happen overnight, and you know this already, but it deserves repeating because I know we get so eager and excited to start on something new, and it's all wonderful when we're just getting started, but as time goes on, those days creep in. And if you did not watch my video on commitment, you need to go back and watch it. The Car Chronicles on commitment, go back and watch it because I go very deep on commitment and expecting those feelings, those days when it's like, I don't want to do this. Like you start a new workout program, you're good for the first few weeks or few months. And then the day comes where it's like, I don't really want to go. Please, Lord, make a way that I don't have to go and do this. But the truth is that those are the days where you are making real change and you want to push through on those days because you're going to see something about yourself on the other end of those days. So I implore you and I encourage you to keep going, get to that day. If you have to, get down on your knees and pray about it. God, I don't want to go today, but give me the strength, give me the spirit to want to go ahead and do what it is I need to do today to create that change. Always think back. I'm trying to create lifestyle changes here. And if I want to see the change, I'm going to have to get over this hump, this day that is saying, don't do it. Go ahead and do it. The key is baby steps. One day at a time. It's probably one of the more challenging things to do, but trust me, just the next step. Just think about the next step. Don't think, okay, in 3 weeks, this is where I want to be. In 2 weeks, this is where I want to be. At the end of the week, this is where I want to be. You want to just say, at the end of today, this is what I want to accomplish. Just think of one day or even 1 hour. If you have to break it down that small, at the end of this minute, this is where I want to be. At the end of this hour, this is where I want to be. By the afternoon, this is where I want to be. This is who I want to be. This is how I want to show up in my life. Take it as little as you need to. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. I've heard people talk about having rewards for your achievements, which I think there's some merit to that. Definitely promising yourself, you know what, if I make it to the afternoon and I have achieved this thing that I want to achieve to create that lifestyle change that I want to create, then I get this. Now I have to point out this one little clincher because it's so hilarious to me. And I actually wrote about it. It's in one of my books that I'm writing, not finished yet. It's coming, be patient. Those of us who are on health journeys, who want to get in shape, we tend to want to treat ourselves and reward ourselves with that thing which we're trying to rid our bodies of. It's hilarious. So we get through the week. You know what? I've eaten well this week. I've done my exercises, and I'm going to reward myself with a piece of cake or French fries and poutine or whatever it is. We want to put back in that thing that we're trying to get out. So just be very cautious about the things that you want to reward yourself with. You know, the reality is that if you want to treat your body actually wants the fruits and the vegetables and the fiber and the protein without all the fats and the sugars. And let's be honest, that's how you reward yourself. How you reward your mind mentally and soothe your comforts and desires and pleasures is you get the cake and you get all this. But it's in rewarding our desires and our pleasures that got us to where we are in the first place. This is really, really turning out to be a talk about losing weight, isn't it? So just go with it. Stick with me. I'm sure there's a lot of it that applies to whatever it is that you want to achieve. But reward yourself. Could be a day off. Hey, you know what? I got to the end of my day and I wanted to achieve this. So you know what? Tomorrow I'm just going to take a day off, read a book, make a new friend, whatever the case is. It doesn't always have to revolve around food. Let's get away from your rewards and your treats always have to be food. It could be something else that you completely love to do. For me, I love watching movies and playing words with friends. For others, it might be going for a walk or going to see friends. Actually see people face to face. People actually do that. Could be whatever brings you joy that is not going to tear away at the progress that you have made. The next tip is to have an accountability partner. And I believe strongly in this because when you are not doing something alone, you have more of a tendency to want to keep up with what you're doing because you know you have someone in your corner saying, hey, did you do that thing? Or did you not do that thing? Or are you doing that thing today? I know it's a big, big help. So find someone who is going to be there to support and encourage you. I would even go as far as to say, invite God into it. Invite Christ into whatever it is that you want to achieve and turn to Him. If there's no one that you feel that you can trust, you know you can always trust God. He's always there and He will never leave you nor forsake you, and He will always tell you the truth, and He will always put the fire in you. You just have to act on it. So even if you have to turn to God, that would be my first course of action. God, I want to achieve this. Please walk with me in this. I invite you into this to work with me on it. And then the day comes where you don't want to do it and you just turn back to Him, say, God, I cannot do this thing today. Will you help me? Move me in my spirit to be able to do this. And He will definitely respond. Sometimes He's like, you know what? No. Take your time. Rest today. He might tell you that. Or you can turn to a friend who will say, get off your and go ahead and do that thing that you want to do. And they will always remind you at the same time the things that you wanted to achieve, right? So they'll say, well, didn't you want to get to write half your book by the third quarter of the year? Didn't you want to get to read half of that book by the third quarter of the year? Didn't you want to get to lose 2 pounds at the end of this week? They'll remind you of the original reason why you embarked on this journey, this lifestyle resolution journey in the first place. So I wanted to go back on the subject of the feelings that you are to expect. I know I touched on this already, but I feel like it deserves repeating. The hard days are coming. Expect expect them. The challenging days, there's going to be things thrown in your way to distract you or to cause you to say not today. For example, you decide, you know what, I'm going to take up running this year. I'm going to run outside no matter what's going on. And then one day you're going to run and it's raining. There's umbrellas for that. There's hoodies for that. Plan for it. Expect those days as much as possible so that when they come, you are prepared. There's always going to be some wrench thrown in because truthfully, your enemy, the devil, does not want you to achieve the things that you want to achieve. He doesn't want you walking around happy and look what I achieved and giving God the glory. He's going to try to throw things in your path. Think of him as, someone who's really just a hater in your life. And every time you take a step forward, they're trying to knock you back. You have to just find it in yourself, find a way to be able to overcome that. Because like I said, the days are coming, the obstacles are coming, the challenges are coming, even to, including, getting family members in. Somebody calls you, oh my gosh, this is happening. I need you to come help me today. Stop and assess. Do they really need me to come? Listen, it sounds bad. Okay. A family member needs you when you have already promised yourself to go ahead and do your run for the day or do your writing for the day. And it's really the perfect excuse to say, okay, no, I can't do that today. I have to go tend to my family. But you really need to assess in those moments. Is the person dying? Were they rushed to the hospital? They could have been rushed to the hospital. In which case, this is going to sound really insensitive, and I am not am I an insensitive? Maybe I'm a little. Anyways, this is going to sound really insensitive. Depending on the person, maybe you're very close or you're not. They get rushed to the hospital. This is just a scenario. But you have planned to do 30 minutes of writing that day. You need to assess. They're going to the hospital. That means the doctors and the nurses are going to be looking after them. I'm going to do 5 minutes of writing. Let me write something real quick and get out the door. Because at the end of the day, that person may or may not be okay. What's going on with them is going to go on in life, but what's going on with you is going to be halted or paused, and it's going to set you back. I feel a way in saying this because it sounds insensitive, I know. And I can't even say that I would be able to do the same. I honestly feel like if somebody were to call me right now and be like, Sandra, your brother's in trouble, or your mother or your father's in trouble, I might want to drop everything. But at the same time, if I had promised myself that day, listen, I was going to do 5 minutes of exercise today. It's really about thinking about how committed am I? You could lose the day and lose the momentum at the same time. It really just takes one day. In November, I was going to be working out every day in November. I worked out for 10 days in November. There was one day where I did not, and it wasn't even for anything serious. I lost the momentum. I haven't worked out since. It just takes one little thing to throw you off, and you have to be it's so serious. Like, it's so serious. If you take your commitment serious enough, then you have to take those distractions serious as well. And you have to think, this is something that is meant to distract me and throw me off and break my momentum. And you just have to find a way to bear through it, grit your teeth through it, because you have something that you want to achieve. How long will you go on putting off yourself and the things that you want to do and not achieving, not finally reaching the finish line of this thing you've been trying to do for years, for your entire life? How long? How many more distractions are you going to allow to come in? How many more challenges? And like I said, the challenges are not going to be easy, especially when you really bear down and you tell yourself, this is happening. There are going to be challenges. Trust me. Expect them, prepare for them, and as much as you can, do not let anything get in your way. So that's my message for today, folks. I just want to make sure that we are all on track to succeed this year. We had an interesting 2020. I think we can have an even more interesting 2021. I want this to be the year, for myself anyways, where we're finally seeing breakthroughs in certain areas of our lives. We're finally seeing ourselves achieve and reach the level of success that we know we can reach. And so I just pray over everyone under the sound of my voice, everyone who's watching this, everyone who's not watching, friends and family, viewers, subscribers, whoever you are, whatever it is you're trying to achieve, as long as it's something good and righteous. You want to have better health, you want to have a better business, better family life, better social life, whatever it is, make your commitment to it. Get your accountability partner, get your little awards or rewards routine set up, ready to go. Expect the distractions. Just get ready for it. Get ready for whatever's coming. And I am looking forward in 6 months from now to hear about how it's going. I'll check in with you, you check in with me, we'll see how it's going, and we'll take it from there. Maybe by then we'll have a whole other talk about maintaining the momentum of finally achieving these lifestyle resolutions. But I wanted to get away from the talk of New Year resolutions. I find like it's so cliche. They don't really last. I feel like it's something that's actually set up to make you fail. Just on the wording alone, wording is very strong. So New Year resolution, today is the new year, the beginning of the new year. Tomorrow, it's still a new year, technically, yes, but technically we're already a day in. The new day of the year is history, and now we're stuck with a resolution that is done with, and how are we supposed to move forward from that? So we're gonna call it lifestyle resolutions, and it's about creating the change of a lifetime. That's my story for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, please hit like, and if you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe, and you can check me out on Instagram at I am Sandra Gabriel. Talk to you again, guys. Have a happy new year.